the wild. I fell in love with the team. I fell in love with the music. Music is all that I need. Jeez. I'ma ride that red eye like a stack that money till I can't no more. We be I don't wanna be into this bang on go. Straight from the bottom, blow it back on my bros. Oh yeah, yeah. Just 100,000, say less, I paid it. Got plenty money, but I had to jump up on my bag. I say down, I let it shorty. You, they be talking, did he rap you? I jump it down, I send my brothers for the slap you. And every around me willing for the for you. Who you judging? I come up straight from the gutter. We'll struggle, me and my brothers ain't no one but each other. I can buy a hatchback, but can't buy my family back. My life nothing. I want my knee back, but I'm caught up with the ride that red eye like a stack that money till I can't no more. We be I don't wanna be into this bang on go. Straight from the bottom, blow it back on my bros. Oh yeah, yeah. Just for 100,000, say less, I paid it. Got plenty money, but I had to jump up on my bag. Got plenty money, but then off where I reside. But I fly miles across this town to see you smiling. She be fans of like this won't be a hype man. But the minute I won't be alone, she don't like that. I took heat into your letters, I was with no selling. I ain't wanna be no rival with you. From the bottom all the way back to my section. Every day, yeah, we be stepping. Chasing the one that I be through. I'm caught up with money like this dream ain't nothing. Don't let me, don't like I be stunning. I miss big like my granny, we still by my cousin. But ain't searching for gold, I know I'm looking for something. I'ma ride that red eye like a stack that money till I can't no more. I don't wanna be into this bang on go. Straight from the bottom, blow it back on my bros. Oh yeah, yeah. Just for 100,000, say less, I paid it. Got plenty money, but
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. Today's game continues this Brooklyn Nets homestand. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Well, this team is a lot of fun to watch. Everything seems to be going their way. But listen, they're making their own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, and they're doing everything right on both ends of the floor.
Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones. And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
No good on the second free throw.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
It's Harden with the drive, and that one drops.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Now here's Curry. His last outing, he had 18 points. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Golden State. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. Here's Oubre. Good D by Jordan.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harden gets the bucket.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
Now here's Curry. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Harris inside. Harden left side. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Warriors trailing. Here's Oubre. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brooklyn with the ball. Defeated by the Pacers. And oh, the power on that Gruden.
That's how you get your boys on the bench going crazy. What an incredible dunk by Durant, who never ceases to amaze.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
They just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
Pascal. Here's Bazemore. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Irving. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Amazing confidence from Irving. He's so skilled at getting inside and getting the shot he wants.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. A nice shot by Irving.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now, here's Green. He had 15 points last outing. It's stolen. Here's Looney. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And this is what you want from Looney, and this is where you want Looney operating from. The closer he gets, the more efficient he is.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
29 seconds left in the first. Irving attacking. And Looney sends it back.
No easy shots when Looney's on you. That 7'4" wingspan. Whew.
Pass to Pascal. Great D that time from Griffin. To the paint. And Griffin slams it in.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Warriors on top, up by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And the basket by Pascal.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit in the stride is even better.
Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. On defense, the Warriors. Here's Poole. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And it's Brown missing. Warriors leading by 3. On up the court. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And last year, Pascal had to do more than probably was expected of him. But this year, a much different story.
Well, even in college, he played a more complementary role to the stars around him. Well, the Warriors have a lot of stars, and Pascal is really thriving in his role.
Brown outside. Pass to Shamet. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Brown missing. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Harden, no good. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Golden State. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And stolen by Jordan. Harden with it. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And the basket by Curry.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Count that one. Shamet's got his first points of the night.
And with Durant, you get it all. Not just a score, but also a dynamite pass.
Curry attacking. Pass to Looney. But they get it back. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here's Wiggins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And this is encouraging. Wiggins looking committed to shooting and forcing the D to compromise.
It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Short. It's blocked, but he recovers it. Another shot. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And it's good for 2. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
No stopping Wiggins there. You have to respect his aggressiveness and fighting mentality.
The Warriors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw good, Wiggins. Nets trailed by 8. And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. .105 left from the first half of basketball. He with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And 101 left now here in the second. The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And both free throws good for Green.
I mean, so many things Green does well. Helps tie the team together, especially on defense.
To Luwawu. Right side Irving. Harris outside. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Harris outside. Here's Jordan. And it's blocked. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Green. Kicks it out to Wiggins. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
You can't overcommit when Green has the ball. He'll make you pay by finding the open teammate.
The Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
On its way from Irving for 2. Shot to stop the run. And there's the bucket as Green finishes it off.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Curry. A 3. The shot comes out. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And given his style, it feels like Curry can play as long as he wants.
Why not? The thing you never lose is your jump shot. Plus, Steph, he can beat you with instinct, awareness, rather than relying on his explosive athleticism. And if his team keeps their offensive style of play, oh, he can play for forever.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Back to Curry. Stolen by Harden. Shoots over Curry. Misses the jumper, and they can't get anything on the break. Stolen by Harden. Wow, hammering it in!
It takes a lot to stop Durant when he's going at the rim. Any bump or knock isn't enough. He'll just fight his way through.
Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Down low. Pass to Wiseman. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Here's Harris. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They've held a 12-point lead early. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
And here's Harden. He's got 14. KD on the wing. Back to Harden. Good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Warriors lead it. Pass to Oubre. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Back to Oubre. And that one is off. Nice D from Durant. Jumps up. And Harden with the stuff.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And Harden with the stuff.
Ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Now the Warriors moving it up. And the shot goes down. Pascal's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Tremendous feed from Looney. He's not thinking about himself. He's scanning the floor, looking to create for his teammates.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Wanamaker. He averages about 5 points a game. Out to Lee. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Shots good by Durant.
He's standing almost 7 feet tall. With that kind of skill, that kind of height, athleticism, this mid-range jumper, he'll always be there for Durant.
And the shot is good.
Oh, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Oubre. Nice defense from KD.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Plenty of space. And he drops that one in. KD's got 8 points.
Must know that Durant is looking to score off the pass. He has such a quick trigger.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Brooklyn with the ball. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
That free throw good from Durant.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
So both teams changing it up here. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. Curry is inside. Wiseman with a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Oh, man, I tell you what, KD puts so much pressure on the defense. Trying to deter his scoring without fouling is just about impossible.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
And Green slams it in.
I mean, he can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That free throw good from Durant. And he makes both free throws.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Green. Now here's Wiseman. The 3 sinks the 3-pointer.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
KD can't get it to go. Warriors trailed by 5. And the basket by Curry.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside for Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
It's Curry outside. And another three for Golden State.
As everyone going one way, pulls out the rug with a quick stop and pop.
That's tipped. Pass to Wiseman. Back to Curry. Top of the key, Wiseman. Off the left rim and out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The kick out to Irving. Latrey. He can't get that one. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's Curry to tie it up. He lays it in. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Come on, the more important the shot, the more confidence Curry seems to have.
Here's Jordan. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
Back to Curry to take the lead. .146 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, and they take the lead. And that's now 27 points for Steph Curry.
Maybe you would think Steph would be thrown off by some contact, but I think again, just too good of a finisher in close. Too much feel for the bucket.
No good from Durant. The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. And the basket is good.
I mean, he's a former NBA scoring champion. Curry just shows us why. It's a terrific night for him.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 4. 1:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Nets trail by 4. And here's Harden for 3. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
Curry. Harden with the defensive effort. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. On the shot clock. Trying to get something going.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless in finding ways to get himself to the line.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good for James Harden.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball.
Pass to Wiggins. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Curry outside.
Gotta admire the speed of Harden. I mean, he looks locked in on defense, especially with how he contests these shots.
And Jordan sends it back.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Well, you're right. Time is of the essence. You gotta move.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Timeout called the Warriors. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now Curry. No
this Simon Curry's at the line. That means he's pushing the action, being aggressive, putting the referees in a tough position to make some tough calls.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And stolen by Wiggins. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris